before I forget. Oh, more people are in the waiting room. Kristeen, help me out as I start talking, okay?
Okay, I will.
Have I made you co-host yet?
Not yet.
Here we go. It's on to you. Okay, so if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This is Gentle Stretching and Mindfulness with Kristeen Sopeju. This is week 5 of our spring 2021 session. We're so glad that you are here. If this is your first time, some simple instructions. Try to use the chat box to communicate. Kristeen is really open with conversation, but this is a mindfulness practice. So if everyone's mic is off and where everyone's talking, it gets really hard to really get into that Zen feel. So definitely send in your questions if you need to verbally, but just keep yourself on mute otherwise. This is open to the community, so kindly respect one another and each other's perspectives. You know that we record our program so everyone can enjoy at a later date. Certainly do so, especially this program. If you need a little stretching and mindfulness in your life, it never hurts to go back in. And the last thing I want to mention today, we actually have our funder for this program. One of them is the Canadian Parks and Recreation Association. They're going to be dropping in at some point in this program. And then they have some questions towards the end. So if anyone wants to stick around shortly after, like around 12:10, 12:15, they just wanted to check in. They're doing a success story on how virtual programs are helping out folks during COVID. So if you don't mind answering some questions, please do stick around. But Kristeen, it's over to you, miss.
Thank you. Happy Thursday, everyone. It's good to see you all. It's been a little bit cold, so we better get moving because I want to get warm. Did you notice my glasses? I think I wore red glasses before, but I just said to Daniel, do I remind you of Sally Jesse Raphael? No?
Splitting image.
I see Dawn laughing with me. Oh, a good laugh is good for the soul. Okay, everyone, let's go. Let's get ready. Let's sit in our chairs. Put your feet down. All the way down underneath your heels. There we go. Toes all the way down. So if you need to, get really comfortable. And I like to say, get rid of some of that excess that might be, underneath. Get your sits bones nice and comfortable and down on the ground here. And take a moment. Actually, you know what? Before we take a moment, let's just rock our feet a little bit. Rock your feet. Rock your feet up, lift your heels up, press your heels down, lift your toes up, and then do the opposite. And then plant your feet down, palms down on your lap or palms up, either one of these. Take some breaths here. All of a sudden I couldn't speak. Take some breaths. Breath in through the nose. Maybe sigh it out. Breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. Maybe one or two more. And then just take a moment to notice how you feel. And notice what's happening in the body, because I might tell you to do something and maybe it won't feel good for you today. Don't do it. You know how to modify. If you've been with me for a while, you know how to modify. You know what feels good in your own body. So make sure that you do what feels good. Here we go. Drop your arms down alongside the chair. Turn your palms up as we inhale. Take a full breath. Oh my gosh, this feels so good today. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. Exhale, lower your palms down. You can move at your own pace. I'm going to do this 2 more times. Inhale, breath, take your palms up. Maybe you're looking up like I am. Maybe your fingertips meet, maybe they don't. Exhale as you lower your palms down slowly with control. My fingers are wide. They're spread wide. Inhale, breath up. This time I'm going to look straight ahead. Take your hands up. Maybe fingertips are reaching, maybe not. Exhale, lower the palms down. Beautiful. Here we go. Shake it out a little bit. Oh, wow, this feels so good in my back. A little good in my back today. I'm just going from side to side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Oh, maybe one or two more times. Breathe in, breathe out. Really moves the back, the shoulders. There we go. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep your palms forward to shoulder height. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, breath. Exhale. Maybe you're inhaling. Exhale. Nice. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Open wide. Notice your collarbone, your chest is really open here. Turn your palms down. Lower the hands all the way down. Let your arms fall alongside your chair here. Breathe in and breathe out. Full breath in, full breath out. Let your arms dangle. Nice. One more breath here. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Let's continue with our arms. Inhale, taking your hands up and move them right into those cactus arms. Beautiful. Breathe in here. As you exhale, release the breath, maybe bringing palms and elbows to meet. Inhale, open up wide. Big breath. Exhale, release that breath as you bring your palms and elbows to meet. Breathe in as you open up. Last time. Exhale. Beautiful. Squeeze in if you can. Now, if it doesn't feel good, just separate your arms, okay? Breath in, breath out. So you're not holding on to your breath. This is what I'd like you to do. Inhale breath as you exhale. Bring your elbows towards your belly and just lean forward slightly. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale breath. Exhale. On the next inhale breath, let's lift back up. Inhale. Lift, lift, lift as high as you can go. Today, this is as high as I can go. So some days I can take my elbows really high. Today, I'm going to honor my body. Beautiful. Release the breath. Take your arms back to a neutral cactus, and then lower your arms back down. Shake it out a little bit. Let's start working with our hands next. So inhale breath. Let's take our palms up as if you were pressing your palms into mine. Push, push, push. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep those feet on the ground, heel to toe, all the way down. Breathe in, breathe out. If your shoulders don't feel great here, you can lower your palms down. And maybe all of us should do that together. Relax your shoulders. Keep your fingertips turned up towards the ceiling. Nice. Inhale, lift, nice and slow. Push through the heel of your hand or through your wrist, just gently forward. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down. Breathe out. With lots of control here. Breathe into shoulder height. Push gently through those heels of your hands or your wrists. And exhale, lower down. Nice. Okay, so now I'm actually going to start to lift my arms up, but I'm turning my fingertips down and then let go. So they're hanging. Okay, I'm not adding a lot of strength here. They're just hanging. Breathe in, breathe out. Now bend your elbows and notice how my fingers are still relaxed. My wrists are still relaxed. They're just hanging there. Turn your fingertips towards you. Inhale, breath. Exhale as you turn your fingertips back out. Inhale, turn in. Exhale, turn out. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your palms down onto your thighs. And stay here for a moment. Breathe in. 3 breaths here. Inhale fully. Slow down the exhale breath. Nice. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. Let's do that again. Inhale fully. I'm breathing in through the nose. Gentle breath out through parted lips. Let's do a little work for those shoulders, okay? Let's take them up towards the ears. Inhale, breath up, and as you exhale, rotate. Nice. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, breath. As you rotate back, exhale. You can lift up your entire arm as you go if you like. Inhale, depends on your body. Exhale. Other direction. Inhale up. Exhale, we're rotating forward. Those shoulders are moving forward. Breathe in. This is like a flow here where we're just continually moving if it feels good. Nice. And then let go. Okay, I'm a little closer. There we go. Now, let's for one moment just do a little bit of work again through the shoulders just to see what's happening in the shoulders. I find that when it gets cold, again outside, every time it gets cold, my back tends to tighten up a lot. My neck and my back, I can feel the cold weather in my bones. So if you're like me, or if you just want to stretch for the upper back and neck and shoulders, then here we go. I'm just going to take my right hand and place it either to the back of my head or on top of my head. Now remember, the key here is that I don't yank my head, but instead I allow just the weight of my arm just to guide my head towards the side just a little bit. You don't have to use your hand on your head. The base of the skull here, right, or the beginning of your back, you can just put your hand here as well. And then I like to close my eyes because it feels good to close your eyes and just let whatever needs to happen in the body happen on the opposite side. Breathe in, nice big breath, slow down the exhale breath, relax the shoulders. Notice what you're feeling. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more. Breathe in and breathe out. And then bring your head back into neutral position. I took a fantastic training class for teachers over 3 days last week, 16 hours, and it was movement for healthy aging. So I'm going to be implementing some of this over the next few weeks. It was fantastic. So here we go. Opposite side, either placing your hand on the head towards the other ear, maybe the base here of your skull here, your head, and then allow the weight of your arm to decide. So I'm not twisting my head by taking control. I'm just allowing the weight to gently just take me to the side, and then I settle in, take a breath, exhale the opposite shoulder. I can feel it in my right side. Breathe in and breathe out slowly. Really relax on those exhale breaths if you can. When you're ready, you decide when. Release that hand, bring your head back into neutral position. Sit for a moment with your palms on your thighs. Your body will naturally release some of the tension. Breathe in, big breath in. Relax the shoulders a lot. When you know that you need to move, you're like, yeah, Ness, now I'm ready. Take your shoulders and just do a little bit of movement, either forward or back. Release a little bit of that, and then sit in stillness again. Nice. We do this every week. We're going to do this again. I like to do side body movements because we don't tend to move the side body a lot. Right hand on your hip, if you don't mind. Left hand moving up, and or you can reach it all the way over. Inhale, breath. Exhale, just keep your sits bones down. So if you feel that your bottom on the left side is lifting up, make sure you sit firmly. There we go. You can look up or you can look down. And take it to the back of your head. So if you want to do a little bit more, for those of you who can't, take that hand, reach it to the back of the head, and look down. Breathe in and breathe out. You will feel this all through the back, through your shoulder. Are you ready? Take one more breath in, exhale, And on your next inhale breath, let's start to switch sides. I'm taking my left hand to my hip and my right hand. Decide where would you like to place it. Anywhere you like is great. I'm leaning to the left, but I'm making sure that my sits bones are down. I'm not lifting up my hip to get over more, okay? If you'd like to take that right hand to the back of your head, oh, on this side for me, it feels glorious. Breathe in and breathe out. And this is what this does. Moving slowly brings awareness to the body. So if you're feeling any pain come out of the posture, breathe in. Slow breath out. One more here. You can look down if it feels good before you move to the other side or come back to neutral. Okay, here we go. Inhale breath. As we exhale, release. Drop your hands back down alongside the body and shake it out, moving slowly again. Open and close your fingers, maybe wiggle them a little bit because, and then actually, you know what? I haven't done this in a while. Actually, I haven't done this in quite some time. Let's just, I'm going to turn this way. So a little self-massage in your wrists actually is really good, especially if you've been doing a lot of Zoom calls. We're on one right now. Virtual calls, or you've been on your computer a lot. And believe it or not, the benefit is that, yes, the hand that you are massaging, and I'm massaging my wrist gently, I'm moving into my thumb, and I can even go into the palm and extend into my fingers and just rub them a little bit one at a time. The benefit is that you think it's the hand that is receiving the massage that is getting all the benefit, but there is work that's being done with the opposite hand. That motion is actually great for the hand that's doing the work. Switch sides when you're ready. And so I'm just gently massaging my wrists, just gently rubbing with my thumb, going into the meaty part of my thumb here, and even my palm. And even just noticing. So when I rub my palm, notice, and this is very a mindful practice, when you rub your palm, notice the feeling, right? How it feels so different to when you're rubbing down here. Go into your fingers a little bit. Massage each one of them. My fingertips are a little cold. So I really pay attention. Nice. Now, interlace your fingers. Here we go. Turn your palms inside out if you can. And there we go. Breathe in, breathe out. Release and let go. Shake it out. Nice. Okay, so here we go. I'm moving back to my chair. I'm sitting down on the chair. So here we go. Taking my feet a little bit wider. We need to do a stretch that we haven't done, I think, in a few weeks. So let's do this one. Take your feet a little bit wider, first of all. So my toes are turning out. My heels are closer, slightly closer together than my big toes, the rest of my toes. Sit up tall, breathe in, breathe out. Keep your heel to toe all the way down on the mat for a moment. Gently press your toes, all of your toes into the mat. Keep your heel planted. I can feel the work actually in my hamstrings. I can feel some work in my knees just by keeping all of my toes down. Breath in and breath out. Nice. When you're ready, here's what we're going to do. My right hand, turn and take the back of my palm and gently press it to the inner thigh on the right side. And my opposite hand, I'm reaching all the way up. So a little bit of pressure, just a little bit here on that right side. And inhale, breath, exhale, as you take your palm all the way up on the left side. Now, if you'd like, we just did this. Take your palm to the back of your head. Breathe in and breathe out. So it'll look like this. Breath in through the nose, breath out through the nose if it feels good. One more full breath here. Release that bind. So release the left hand, bring it down. Let's switch sides. Left back of hand towards the inner thigh. Right hand reaches up. Inhale, breath. I can still feel this in my thighs right now. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, if that doesn't feel good, options. You can reach for the back of your head, or you can just bring your other palm and just place it on your thigh. I'm looking up towards the ceiling. Breathe in through the nose if you can. And breathe out. If that doesn't feel good, breathe any way you like. Breath in, breath out. I can feel this all the way through the side body. It feels so delicious. Breathe in and breathe out. Ah, release. Heel toe those feet or just pop them back to the middle. Okay, let's do a little bit more movement here. So today, keeping my palms on my thighs, I'm going to arch my back. Take your collarbone and your chest forward. Notice how I'm stretching my neck slightly. You don't have to, you can look straight ahead. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, push your back to the chair. Oh my goodness. This should feel really good in this position in the lower back. Inhale, come up tall. You don't have to arch your back. I'm going to arch mine just a little bit, and the arch in my back looks like this. You'll notice it's not straight. This is the arch. And then what I'm going to do is push through the middle portion of my back, and it releases the lower back. If you like this position, stay here. Breathe in and breathe out, because it'll relax your back. For those of you who want to move a little faster, move a little faster. It's all good. Not too fast. We are working with our backs. There's no need to rush, right? Why rush? Okay, now I'm going to sit up tall again. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm turning back towards you. Lovely. Take your hands alongside the body, let them fall again. Inhale, breathe in. Let's do a little bit of a flow here. Exhale, reach forward. You're either touching your toes or your shins. Come up halfway. Breathe in, look up. Exhale, look down. Maybe you're touching your toes. You don't have to. Now, inhale, come all the way up, but extend your arms to the sides and keep them moving. Inhale. Palms meet if you want. Reach forward again towards the toes. Run your hands along your shins. Lift up halfway. Exhale, release the breath. Look down at your toes. Your hands can dangle or you can touch your toes. Inhale. Come all the way back up. Take your palms up with you. Reach them out to the sides. All the way. One last time on your own. I won't talk, but you can follow if you want. And sit back in your chair. Sit back, take some breaths, relax your back. I really want you to relax that lower back. It's really important that I get you to take some breaths here and really just sit in stillness and just feel it through. What are you feeling in your back? Does it feel like you've got some stretching that has happened a little bit? Compare the left side to the right. Do they feel the same? Do they feel different? There's no right or wrong. Okay, and then when you're ready, let's stand up. Now, for those of you who don't want to stand, don't stand. For those of you who want to sit, please feel free to sit. Grab a wall on either side of you, a chair, something you can hold on to if you are standing. I'm just going to take a look because I want to see, all I want to see is, How many people are standing versus sitting? Okay, looks like everybody I can see, I'm going to turn it back, is standing. So that's good. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go. We are going to do a little bit of work today with, we started doing this last week. We're going to do this, we're going to continue doing this. So I'm holding on to the chair with one hand, but I want you to know something. I can also decide to hold on to the wall with both hands, or the back of my chair with both hands. I need you to get stable because we're lifting up one leg at a time. And so if I'm holding on to two, I'll be lifting forward. If I'm holding on to one, I can stand beside or I can stand behind my chair. Okay, so I want you to know that. I'm going to stand beside mine just for the purpose of the television today. Keeping both your feet fully planted for a moment. What I then want you to do is just lift up only your toes, take a breath in, lower your toes down. Inhale breath, lift your toes up. The pad of your foot is still down. The heel is down. Only the toes are turned up. Breathe, keep breathing. In and out. Inhale when you're ready. New inhale breath. Exhale, lower the toes down. One more time. Don't look down. Since you're holding on, you should be stable. Lift up the toes only. Exhale, lower down. Now, are you ready? Inch your feet a little closer together. Maybe your big toes are touching and the inside of both feet are touching. You can see there's no space right now between my feet. Making sure you're holding on tight. If you're holding on only one side, maybe bring the opposite hand to your hips. If both hands are on the wall of the chair, please leave them where they are. Inhale breath. Now lift up just a little bit. Lift your heels off the mat or the floor. Exhale, lower down. You will see that I only lifted just a little bit. I'm going to hold on here. Inhale breath, lift up, look forward. Exhale, lower down. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you're holding a little longer this time. Exhale, lower down. Nice. That's it. Place both your feet fully down again. Separate so that there's a little bit of a space between your feet. Inhale, breath, exhale. So both hands are on the chair or the wall or one hand only. Take your right foot and you can put your toe down. Only in front of you. Let's do all the options together. Now, what we're doing, you can do sitting down. So you can take one foot forward and just lift the heel off the ground. Okay? Now, when you're ready, here I go. I'm lifting my right knee towards hip height. I'm going to do this from the side. Here it is. Lifting it up. Okay? Now, here's what I'm going to ask you to do next. Take it back. Yes, take it back. And plant it down again. Same side, we're doing the same thing. Right foot, toes only. Lift that right leg up. Maybe the knees at hip height. It doesn't have to be. Now take that leg back. Take it back. Yes, you'll feel it on the opposite side. And then bring it back and place it back down. One more time. Right toes only. Knee to hip height. Take it back. Yes, I can feel that. You should be able to feel that in your glutes and your quads on the left-hand side. So your bottom and your thigh. And then place it down and shake it out a little bit. Okay? So we're doing some strengthening. And this was part of that training that I did on last week. I'm always taking new trainings, right? So I can make sure that what I'm teaching is always in line. And strength training is so important. This is such simple. It's a gentle class. So I'm not taking through anything intense. It's just that it's important. There we go. So here I go. Left foot's going to do the work this time. I'm taking my left toes and putting them down. Left knee to hip height if it feels good for you. It doesn't have to be that high. So look, I'm lowering it down. And then you just take your foot back, because if you were taking your foot, you were going to touch the wall behind you. And then bring it down. Again, left toes forward. Knee lifts up slightly, maybe to hip height. Now I'm going to take that leg back. Woo, I Okay, now feel that on the right side, right? It's not too much in terms of, we're not taking the leg back, we're not hinging, right? So I'm going to do it from the side. Here we go. Toes forward. Maybe knee to hip height. And then while you're there, take it back. See what happens. Where do you feel it in the body? Ah, delicious. And then bring it back. Ah, yes. Shake it out, shake it out. You might have felt that, right? In the thighs and here. Maybe, maybe not. It depends. Depends. Everybody's different. Take your feet a little bit wider for me now. And you know what? These are so good. We did so many of these on the weekend. Look, I have to do more. Oh. So take yourself in either a half circle. So if I'm going in a half circle, I'm going from left to right with my bottom sticking out behind me. Take your hips back from left to right. This might feel good. Notice there's a bend, a deeper bend in my knees, by the way. Did you notice that? Now, if it feels really good, then roll. Take your pelvis forward, roll back. Mindful of hips and knees. You can go in the opposite direction, full circle, and coming back. Nice. And then when you're ready, I'm going to take a step. Now, remember, this is always available to you. So is this always available if you're going from left to right, right? We're just really opening up what's happening in the back here. Nice. So from here, it's not that I want to do anything intense. I just want us to see how we're doing with that stepping again. So I'm going to hold onto the side of my chair, and I'm just going to step forward with my right and straighten out the back leg. So I'm going to turn around and show you, okay? Moving the chair. So here I go. I'm going to take a step back, or I can take a step beside my chair, take a step with my right. Notice if I take a natural step forward with my right leg, there's a slight bend. I'm just making sure the back leg's a little bit straighter. It's like walking, right? And then I'm going to step back. Step forward with my left. There's a natural bend. If I was walking, if I was doing this, right? And then come back. Nice. Really, that's all I want for today. I can still feel the effects of us just taking our leg back. Did you like that one today, by the way? Did you notice what you feel? Subtle movements. Okay, let's come back and sit down, everybody. Let's come back and sit down. Mindfully sitting down, mindfully noticing where you are. I just admitted somebody to the room, I think. There we go. Okay, so really just taking a seat and getting comfortable, removing the sits bones. I'm going to put my glasses back on. Okay, so here we go. We are going to talk a little bit about mindfulness today. We have to get into mindfulness today because it's important, especially in light of the fact that we were just given more information that we're going to be in this lockdown for a little bit longer than maybe anticipated. And I really want us to talk about this really briefly for a moment. Peace is inside you, your peace, right? We find peace inside, although we have peaceful places. I really want you to not let what is happening outside of the body affect what is happening inside of the body. So what that means is, I know we cannot go for a longer period of time out and about as much as we would have liked to. And I've really contemplated the idea of this for the last year, because you know I've been studying gerontology and I practice mindfulness and everything else. And I'm listening to what everyone is saying. Don't let what is happening outside affect what is happening inside. So if you can come to that place of gratitude in your own practice every day and really take some breaths, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm placing my hand over my heart. A lot is going on. There is news all the time on. A lot of it can be negative. I'm not allowing what I hear to affect what is happening inside. And if you need to come up with a saying for yourself, like I need to take a breath, right now, everything is fine. I'm looking at myself right now and I'm looking at all of you. We all seem to be okay. I know that everybody may not be okay, but we seem to be okay. But let's take stock in this very moment, in this present moment. I am breathing. I can move. I am grateful to be here. I am well. I can only control my own responses. So I choose to sit for a moment when I feel frustrated or upset, and then I choose to come back to what I am grateful for. I choose to tap into the place where my peace resides, where there is calm, where there is ease, where the breath is free flowing. When you're ready, I'm going to guide you through breath. Take a full breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. And release for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause with an empty belly. Full breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pause. And release. 5, 4, 3. Relax your shoulders. 2, and 1. Let's do that again. One more time. Breath in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and pause and exhale. Part your lips, sigh it out, let it go. Come back to your natural pattern of breath. And as we finish, just taking a moment to think of all the things we're grateful for. Oh, that felt so good for my soul. I don't know how it was for you, but it was so good for me. It's so good to be here with all of you. Thank you all again. Happy Thursday. I know Daniel has some words that he'd like to talk about as well. So thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Kristeen. That was like I think that was the longest mindfulness silence we've had in this class. I was watching your hair being like, she's not frozen.
Yeah.
We're holding. That was very nice.
Yes, I think we needed that. From what I can see is happening in community. We need a little bit of more mindfulness sometimes, right?
And thank you, as always, Kristeen, for leading us. I'm just going to add another spotlight here. So you'll see Kristy has joined us, guys. Kristy is from the, and I don't want to butcher it, but Kristy, you're with Canadian Parks and Recreation Association?
Yes, so I'm a writer. I'm working on behalf of the Canadian Parks and Recreation Association. And I'm writing a series of stories on our gender equity in sport programs, which this program is a part of. And we're writing a series of success stories, how these programs have impacted females all across Canada. So I'm doing one on a lacrosse program in Nova Scotia, another one on a canoeing program in Yukon. So today I'm doing one on you guys. And I wanted to just get a couple comments from some participants, whoever's comfortable sharing just what this experience has meant to you, what you like most about it, what kind of barriers that you have faced for connecting to something like this, and how does this program kind of help you overcome those barriers? That could be cost, access in the community, the pandemic itself. So whoever's comfortable sharing with me, I'm happy to speak to whoever's ready.
So Kristy, I don't think I've really ever shared with any of our free virtual programs how the money, where it comes from. The funds that we utilize for this program are through the CPRA for projects for women 55 plus. So my role with the town, I know before COVID, no one, obviously I didn't do virtual programs. So my role at the town is actually grant writing. So this was a grant we did pre-COVID, and it was supposed to be a basketball program for seniors ladies, but we ended up directing these funds towards one of the classes was this class that we selected to use the funds. So definitely glad we've seen so many people join, but I figured I'd give some background, or that's kind of how this all happened. That's how we got here.
Yep, exactly. So and I want to thank you just in advance for allowing me to kind of come in the last few minutes. I haven't had a chance to experience any of the other programs. I'm doing most of the interviews via email, so it's kind of nice to see the last little bit of this and see how Kristeen leads the program. And I was just telling Daniel that I could use this class myself right now. So it looks like a great program.
Kristeen actually came to us. So I mean, certainly I would encourage anyone who wants to speak, please speak. And I can share. So when the funds were secured and we wanted to do virtual programming, Kristeen was one of those first people that was suggested to us that if you want to do something that people are going to love and going to come to get Kristeen on board. So I don't know how many folks took Kristeen's classes before this. But was that the reason? I'd be curious, like, did people come because they knew Kristeen beforehand, or did you come, just on a whim seeing it online?
Gail's ready to talk, it looks like.
I first met Kristeen it was during COVID, and she was brave enough to do a yoga program that didn't only lasted about a couple of weeks, because there were, I think, maybe 6 or 7 in the class. And I immediately I just loved her because she was so bright and bubbly. And I had just lost my husband. And so I needed something. And she was the one that fulfilled the bill. And then after that was all over, then I don't know how